Hi guys, welcome to your daily reading. This reading is for Saturday, what is today? October 12th. And of course, you know these readings are timeless, but let's jump right in. All right, so guys, yay. So for today's reading, it clearly came out in the shape of a tower. So what I'm getting is that it's almost like you guys have traded in whatever tower it is that you may have gone through in the past. And what you've started to do instead was to build a new tower of your own. Now, I don't have it with me here, but earlier as I was pulling the cards, I saw the deception card, Seven of Swords, come up. And so to me, that told me that that was the tower that had fallen in the past. And this is the tower that has replaced it. So for those of you watching, if this reading resonates with you, chances are you are still kind of in recovery or still rebuilding after some kind of event that happened in the past that may have really, I guess, put you just out. Destruction, put you on another course entirely. And that's what I'm feeling. Now, as I'm looking at this new tower, though, it looks great in many ways, but I've noticed that at the bottom, I'm seeing a lot of stagnant energy. So the card on the left is the Hanged Man, and we love the Hanged Man in a sense because it signals a time to kind of take a little rest, a little time out to think, get meditation in. But as with many things, you can't allow that cycle to stay in existence for too long. You have to eventually make a move. I'm seeing here that for those of you with whom this reading resonates, you may be in some kind of a stagnant energy or stagnation. The next card that I pulled was the Knight of Cups. And so that tells me that it has to do with love. And it's, in fact, as I'm seeing this card, I'm going to put it back and I'm seeing this Knight of Cups, which signifies a love offer, kind of emptying out his cup in defiance right now. It's kind of like, I don't want this anymore. I'm done. I'm over it. And it's interesting because I had already laid the cards, and then these last two cards, I peeped them out of the corner of my eye, and I realized that those cards wanted to come through. And here's what they basically communicate to me. And it's a message that I feel that I've been getting quite a bit for myself, and also in, I think, maybe the last few readings that I've done. Oops, let me adjust this camera. And it is basically, keep the door open to somebody in your life. Now, who is this person? I'm not sure, but I'm telling you, it does seem like a love relationship, and it does say male or female, right? But I'm seeing to keep the door open to that person. Now, what does it mean to keep the door open to someone? It doesn't necessarily mean, hey, let's come back around, or hey, come back, you want to come over tonight? It just means on an energetic level to kind of, I guess, move into a place of forgiveness as much as you can, compassion as much as you can. And I know that that's a hard thing to hear. It's a hard thing to say. Trust me, I know. Now, what does it mean for me? To be honest, I have just come to a place where I'm like, I love my person. I've tried leaving a million times, and we're not in a couple right now, and communication has been low, and I could feel that our energetic connection telepathically has just been kind of like wonky a bit. But I've just come to a place where it's like, I know that I love this person, but I also know that just because I love this person doesn't mean that I have to be with that person. And honestly, if you had told me that last month, I'd have been like, you crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. How could I love somebody and not want to be with them? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But it completely makes sense to me now. I feel a lot more chill about everything. I really feel that this full moon that's coming up tomorrow, I'm in Japan, so it's Saturday already, well underway in Saturday. And, but I feel that it's really helping me. In particular, it's helping my energy, and I can feel that link somehow restored to this person. And so the last few readings that I've been giving and messages that I've been getting have been all about keeping the door open to this person, if even on an energetic level, whether or not you decide to rekindle in the 3D. And I felt his energy just come in. And it's funny because out of the blue, I felt his energy projected to me. And it was pretty much saying, I do want to have conversations with you every day. And I don't want you out of my life and blah, 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 blah. Now, what does that mean in the 3D? It may not mean that he will start texting me every day. And so you guys are already quite aware of that difference between the 5D and the 3D. But I feel a lot more relaxed. I feel much more peaceful. So the point is that there is joy, there is dynamism, there is healing to be had in the non-physical if you can bring yourself to recognize that being open to a connection and showing unconditional love and having compassion does not necessarily mean that you have to take this person back into your life and that you have to start talking to them and that you have to marry them and this and that. It doesn't mean that at all, and it's really like night and day. So long story short, I'm seeing that at the base of this tower that you are rebuilding right now, this love relationship is still popping up. So if you don't have a love relationship or you have no idea what I'm talking about, you know if it's for you because you know that person's face is popping into your mind right now, okay? I'm just seeing that you have to loosen up that energy, so to speak, because you know what, it's a blockage. What that is that it's a blockage. And I'm feeling that to help you along your way, for judgment to be restored, for that rebirth to happen, that's kind of what you need. Okay? So what else am I seeing here? I love what I'm seeing actually, because in the structure of this new tower that you're building, at the head of it is this wisdom. This to me is your higher self connecting with you. Congratulations, if you're watching this reading and it's resonating, then I want to let you know that you have gone the distance. You've done really well. You've aligned yourself with your higher self. And I can see that already because look at the cards that are coming out. Rest. You're taking the time to rest. You're in a rest moment. For a lot of you, this may mean that you're resting from this connection. It may mean that it's just a break that you guys are on. It may mean that, you've lessened communication. Whatever is going on, you've taken rest and you're still in rest. I see you loving yourself a lot more. I see you soothing yourself a lot more, telling yourself whatever it is that you need to stay on your path towards calming down, relaxing, soothing. I'm seeing people watching TV, like watching Netflix, just relaxing and not really caring about any drama anymore. I'm seeing a lot of you pulling back from a lot of drama that may have been in your life. And I'm seeing for those of you who have pulled back especially, I'm seeing that you have a greater stability available for you. But I do also see that there is pain here. I see there's disappointment in love. I see there's disappointment in things lost as a result of this love. I'm seeing access to cars, right? Maybe some of you or one of you no longer has a vehicle because of this. I'm seeing maybe being locked out of homes, things like that, losing money, losing sleep. I'm seeing a lot of you just feeling like you're at a loss. And I'm feeling from someone here that it's like, it feels like a woman, and I feel that she feels especially in the abdominal area, just sad, a lot of sadness. And I feel that you feel sad because you feel like you are reliving the lives of your female ancestors. It's like this is the third generation going where we're just losing our man. That's the energy I'm feeling. Losing my man, losing my way, not being able to make this household for myself, not being able to have love, not being like, I'm feeling that sadness here, especially in the abdominal area. Now for you, if that resonates with you, I want to send you strength right now, and I want to send you love and light, and I want you to know that you are, all of us, we're always carrying those ancestral patterns, but you have to remember that you are not your ancestors. I know sometimes we are, because we reincarnated and the way you look at it, but I want you to know that you have choices this time. You have a lot of things at just your disposal. Spirit is acknowledging that some of you may be repeating patterns of your ancestors in the sense of obstacles that have been set up for you, the unfairness that you have to travel, that you have to encounter. And I'm seeing this, I'm hearing a lot about jurisdiction as well. So some of you may be facing court cases related. And so maybe the obstacles are similar, but you have to remember that you're not stuck to view your fate as they did theirs or as you viewed theirs. So I would ask for God to really supply a different, fresh perspective. And yes, I do see that there are some things that a lot of you do have to deal with. I acknowledge that. But I want you to know that there is a way out from this as well. And it does require more strength, is what they're saying. More love as well. Okay? I know some of you are like, love, I have nothing left to give. But I'm here to tell you, you do. You do. And it's a matter of digging deep and deep and deep and deep. And just when you think you can't dig any deeper, it's like something opens up for us. And just as I said that, look at this, contemplation. So again, we're looking at the parts of the tower that you have started to reassemble. And I'm just lauding you because you're doing really well. You're in alignment. You know, you're taking the rest that you need. There's pain here, but you are working through that. And I need you to stay focused and have the perspective that you need to get through this. And keep looking up. I remember when I would go through some really tough times in the past, my guides would say, just look up. And I literally, from then on, would just look up at the sky or look up at the ceiling wherever I was. And that would remind me to look up and to know that I am being cared for, whether or not I could see it in that moment. There's also saying that there are gifts from this that are still waiting to be unraveled. It's kind of like what my grandmother, who's now passed, said. She said there's joy around every corner. And so you may feel right now that there's nothing here for you, that you've lost everything. But I just don't see that. I see that on the track that you're on, there are things that are going to pop up to bring you joy. Look at, as I'm saying this, I'm seeing this woman like, really? This card always carries that little like, huh? Really kind of feeling to it. But notice it's the 6 of stars. It's this in the tarot, it's going to be the 6 of wands. This is victory. There is victory. Look at this, the Queen of Hearts. Okay, this is Queen of Cups. Sixth sense, 2 6s. Sixth sense. Another thing I want to acknowledge is that you're getting in touch with your higher self. You're getting in touch with your intuition. So for sure, and the fact that you have the Queen of Hearts here tells me you have a lot of love left to give, whether you can see that or not. And I just want you guys to practice just closing your eyes. Close your eyes. Even you can do it right now, and remember that what you're seeing in the physical is not an indication of what is to come. The physical world at best is the result. You can think of it as a past situation, because it is something that has been made manifest from something that you have had put in motion earlier. In the present moment is not about what you see in front of you. It's about the energetic space and what you're creating. So imagine oh my gosh, I'm having such trouble talking. Let's think of it this way. Imagine a train track, right? The train tracks are like this. What comes first? The tracks come first, and then comes the train. But sometimes you're on the train and you're only seeing the train. You have to remember that, no, the tracks come first. You lay the tracks in the present moment. And the train, by the time you see the train, the tracks are already a past situation, okay? So I hope that makes sense. I'm definitely tongue-tied this morning. I'm like struggling to move my tongue. So we're doing our best. But you guys get the point. I'm also seeing that a lot of you are being made more aware of your situation, and you're being made more open. You're opening up to new thoughts and new ideas. And I wouldn't be surprised, because look who you've connected with, your higher self. So I just want to let you know that, long story short, today's message is all about acknowledging how far you've come. It's acknowledging that you're rebuilding. And what are you rebuilding from? You're rebuilding from a tower moment that took place for you. For some of you, it could have been like 14 months ago. For some of you, it could have been a while in the making. For some of you, it could be 8 months, 6 months, 4 months. Those are the months I'm hearing. or 3 months. But the point is that there was a significant event that put you on a different course. I do feel that you have completed your tower. That tower is gone. It's already fallen. The rubble is already cleared away, and you have already started to build that new tower. It's amazing. Stability, contemplation, intuition, being the Queen of Hearts, Six of Wands, success, achievement, victory. You're going to have your judgment, but you do need, today's lesson is that you do need to start taking more action and getting out of this stagnant place, because they want to start laying the bottom foundation here for this. Notice how it's like, how this extends beneath here, because you need a bottom row. But what goes in the bottom row, it may very well have to do something with this person or this situation. If they're not coming back into your life physically, which they very may well, then you have to clear this, and other things will be able to come in. But whatever it is that you decide to do, or whatever comes to you, the next step for you is to clear the energetic blockages towards this person. So we may know that as forgiveness, we may know that as reconnection, whatever it is. Oh, by the way, in Japan, we're still dealing with the after effects of this typhoon that just came, so it's pretty nice out now that it's passing, but the wind is still up and the rain. Anyway, so I'm just gonna bless you guys. Let's say a quick prayer. Let me breathe out, because I feel like I need to clear my throat chakra right now. Maybe we all do, right? Maybe that's where the blockages are. Maybe we need to start being honest with ourselves, and we need to start telling ourselves what it is that we really want. All right, so dear God, thank you so much for receiving us. Thank you so much for being here and always being here whenever we choose to look up. We come to you today to ask for our minds, our spirits, our bodies, our hearts, everything on all levels of the field and in all directions of time, that it be clear, these things be cleared. We ask that obstacles be removed. We ask for awareness to be built up within us. And we ask to allow those in our lives who have hurt us to, I guess, just be let off the hook. Dear God, we don't know how to do that sometimes, and sometimes these feelings of pain come up, and it's understandable, and we do need your help in letting these energies pass by, because in many ways things weren't fair, and they may still not feel fair, but we know that as we go higher and we see what's going on at the higher levels, that we realize that everything is as it should be. Dear God, we ask for the perspective to be able to see that high. We also ask for forgiveness for ourselves, and we know that it's not about us being forgiven by other people. Of course that helps, but it's about us being forgiven by ourselves. Please help us to forget, I meant to say forgive, but forget is what God wants to say. Let go, let it out, let go of it. Please help us to forget all of those things that were said to us, all of those things that were done to us, all of those things that we allowed to be said and done to us, those mean looks people gave, those disapproving stares, those actions, those words, whatever it is, we want that out of our field immediately. If there's anything that anyone is projecting towards us with ill intent, or even whether or not they know about it and they're aware that they're doing that, we release it, God, and we send it to you. So for all of those who are on this call at any given time ever, we ask for healing for all of us, and we ask for clearing, and we ask for love and light to be returned to all of those who would ever try to do us harm, and we ask to be protected from them and from all things, dear God. Anything that has to do with us, our finances, paperwork, family, friends, jobs, extracurricular activities, physical things, all of those things, please God, we ask that they be blessed now, and that they be reinforced by abundance. We also pray for people going through a lot of things out there in the world. We have wildfires, we've got rolling blackouts, we've got typhoons, hurricanes, other kinds of natural disasters, poverty, war. We've got lies. We've got a lot of things, and God, we ask for your help to broaden our perspective. And we know that as we broaden our perspective and as we look out onto other people and our neighbors and we see what's going on with them and we take an interest in them, we know that by doing that, we are doing ourselves a service as well, because we're taking ourselves out of our own traumas and our own dramas. And we know that as we do that, that you are able to sneak in and kind of fix things for us. So we thank you, God, and we thank you for all miracles that have been made manifest and that will be made manifest for us and that are being manifested. We ask that you open our eyes to see what has been done for us, and we bring in gratitude, God. We also give this blockage and this stagnation up to you, God, and we allow ourselves to hear the things that we're telling us that stop us from being in a space of forgiveness and receptivity, openness, okay? Thank you, God, and we thank ourselves and we thank each other. Thanks, everybody. Yay. All right, so guys, I'm going to leave you now with this message. Then I'm going to hit some private readings, so if you haven't heard from me, you know what's coming up. Also, I would like to do some special readings, so that'll be a surprise. Let's just get our day started here. Okay, thank you guys. Mwah. I love you. Bye.